What is good, guys? So it is show day weekend again. Me and Zoe have just landed. Well, as you can see, the little person here.
Hello.
We just landed in Bedford. Say landed. Why have landed? Why is everything landed? We've just driven to Bedford. It's only like 45 minutes away from us anyway. So, despite that, it was a bit pointless driving all the way up here for tan, going back home, and then so we're staying over at a Premier Inn tonight, which makes it a bit easier. So Zoe's going to head in for a tan in about an hour. I'm going to keep busting through the rest of today's check-ins. Actually managed to get on the Wi-Fi this time, so I actually got to do my Loom recordings. Last weekend was last show day 2 weekends ago was a fucking nightmare. But hey, it's all good. Zoe's currently in the middle of drying off. Pulled water at about 10 o'clock this morning. Since then, it's just been Peak Max and caffeine every couple of hours. Caffeine got cut. Obviously about 600 milligrams went in and then we cut it. And since then it's just been Peak Max going in every 2 hours. And we'll wait and see how she looks in, well, pre-bed, and then we'll take another look at her in the morning and then decide tomorrow's plan. But yeah, today at this time I'm actually gonna make the, get the show day vlog in. Because last weekend I was a little bit, last time I was a little bit, hey look, come on. Hey, I have priorities, okay? I have priorities.
To be fair, it was a bit of a stress with like Wi-Fi and stuff, wasn't it?
And trying to get shit done was not okay.
And we had Al to babysit.
And Al was meant to
Al,
be.
but you are like our child.
Alex was meant to be on the cam, to be fair, but I didn't tell him that. I just assumed I was going to give it to him, and then I started stressing.
Men communicating, innit?
Oh well, he should be able to read my mind by now. Come on, let's be honest. Fuck's sake, we're practically the same being, except I'm bigger, obviously. But yeah, anyway. Until later on, peace out. So this is the first look at Zoe since we arrived. It's about 5 PM the night before, so she has been about 10 hours-ish since we pulled fluid, sodium, etc. And started the natural diuresis process. Nothing really too exciting going on here, just taking a look at her, making sure everything's going as planned. Next up, she'll go for a tan at like 6, and then from there, the aim of the game is just relax and create a stress-free environment as possible. So we've got anything contributing to that allostatic load and causing her any stress whatsoever. So pretty easy for her. Just put your feet up, chill, relax, and let me wait hand on foot.
I know this is really gross, but I completely forgot my fucking shield was in here, and it's not been taken out of my bag since the weekend.
Does it?
So I'm just gonna wipe.
Well, good job I got a microphone on this camera, because I've got that for later use.
Oh, shut up!
Zoe post her base layer tan, just taking a final look. This will be the last look of the evening, just because we're losing natural daylight, but straight away visible signs of sharpening up through the midsection. A few compositional improvements through the lower body here as that fluid's dropping off. At this point though, going off of the previous week's data, this is the point here where her physique starts to flatten out now. As the diuresis process occurs, it's inevitable you're going to lose fluid from everywhere within the physique. It cannot choose to just leave from the extracellular layer and around the skin. So you will lose interstitial fullness. It's inevitable, and this is the point where typically Zoe does start to flatten out, but of course that is the goal, to get her as crispy and as dry as possible, so that we can then manipulate the physique in the morning if it's needed. And she's out. My final meal going in: cream of rice, whey protein. Can't go wrong with it. The easiest meal to bring with you on the road. So easy to make, so easy to digest. It just makes it easy to hit macros and stay on track. There's no reason to not hit your targets when looking after these little fuckers.
Am I these little fuckers?
Yes.
There's more of me? Fucking good luck to you, pal.
Anyway. We'll take a look at Zoe in the morning after she's finished drying off over the night, and then set the game plan for tomorrow.
How orange I am.
Yes, it's show day morning. Yeah, so he's done up. Pete, Max and Caffeine have gone back in. And now we're literally just chilling. I've got all my work done last night, which is rare, so I can actually chill too.
Waiting on
scandal.
Lucy, aren't we?
Just gotta wait for the makeup crew to turn up, and then we can start the day. First a little nap. We've got the crew in, makeup professional on board. So he's really legs up. And now that the top coat and makeup is on, it was time to take a little look-sees at what has gone on. I didn't want to interrupt him getting away, otherwise it usually just creates more stress. So now I'm just taking a look at her just to see roughly whereabouts we are in terms of flatness to dryness. And at this point, Zoe has lost her pup now, right? So now what I'm looking at is it the right time to now drop carbs in? When was her last timing of urination? Sort of, well, it was about 2 hours and 15 minutes at this point. So she was pretty much peak dryness, but also peak flatness. So it's now time to have the fun part and manipulate. So I'm just making Zoe's first lot of carbs of the day. 50 gram of carb going in. We're going to take a look at her after she's done some posing and then make the call on whether to fill her up with any more. And then take a look at her frequently, like sort of every half hour leading into the show, and top her up where needed. So after the first lot of carbs have gone in, we allow for 15 minutes to 20 minutes just to let the digestion settle off, and then it's straight up into 3 to 4 rounds of posing, full the way through all the mandatories, and then her eye walk each time. And basically the goal here is that we're trying to optimize some nutrient partitioning, get her to move some of that food where it needs to go, transport the glycogen into the muscles, and as you can see, she's filling up nicely, starting to bring back the appearance of condition now that she's got some fullness back. A few more lines back in the physique here, she's just starting to come to life. But at this point, made the decision that, you know, it's probably in our best bet with how long we had till show to repeat that meal again. So add another 50 gram of carbs. So total, all she had was 100 gram of carbs before the comp. And this was the last look I got at Zoe before she went on stage, about an hour before she was on, just before she went backstage. About 40 minutes after her last carb meal. So I was just using this time just to settle some peace of mind and double check, see where she was. There was nothing we could do at this point. It's so close to the show. You are just literally, all the work is done and just riding in now. But obviously I was very, very happy with this look and knew that we'd smashed her last look 2 weeks prior out the park. From here, the last thing to do is a pump pre-workout backstage before pumping up, so about 10 minutes before, but that is consumed as a paste made with minimal water. After that, it's pump up and game time.
This madness can we have a round of applause for your bikini short competitors. Shaky and Wilmington to your right.
Yes, go!
That's yours, Zoe, your shot, come on! There we go!
A quarter turn facing the rear.
Shoulders down! Relax!
Facing the rear.
This your shot now, Zoe!
Yes!
There you go!
To your right. And a quarter Thompson.
Let's go, Zoe!
Yes, Zoe! Come on, Zoe!
Yes! Yes, Zoe! Let's go!
Yes!
Yes, Zoe, there it is!
Thank you, Zoe. And your winner, number 38.
Let's go! Come on!
Now we have a round of applause for all the bikini short competitors. And a final point from the top three. Any shot of your choice. And just the winner, second and third. If you would like to make your way off stage, thank you. Audience members, a round of applause for your category winner.
Yes, Zoe!
And
Keep it tight!
for the turn, facing the rear.
Shoulders down! Yeah!
To your right.
Yes, Zoe! Tight!
Go on, Zoe!
And for the turn, facing the front.
There we go, your
Yes,
shot!
Zoe!
Come on, Zoe! All day!
Go on, Zoe!
Good!
And relax, DJ. Could we have some music? For a 60-second pause.
Move around!
Go on, Zoe! Go on, Zoe!
Let's go!
Woo!
Yes!
Go on, Zoe!
Come on!
Yes!
Open! Yes!
Yes, Zoe!
Your shot, go! Your shot!
Woo! Go on, girl!
Flirt with him, Daddy. Come on. Yes!
Woo! Come on, Zoe! Go on, Zoe!
Centre stage! Yes! There we go!
Yes, Zoe! Yes!
Come on!
Woo!
And relax, thank you. Ladies, please.
Oh my god.
Your East Midlands PCA overall bikini champion is. Who's it going to be?
Come on, Zoe!
Go on, Zoe!
Let's go, Zoe!
Your overall champion is number 38.
Audience members, a round of applause. A fantastic stand.
Well done, George.
And just your overload. Final pose.
Go on, Zoe. Yes, Zoe!
And relax. Thank you. We shall see you returning.
And that wraps up the first half of Zoe's competitive season. 2 shows, 2 class wins, and an overall, so a pretty successful start. And of course, we got the invite to the British finals at the end of the year.